Brenda, will you bring me a bottle of water?
All right, to live, it's queuing up.
So we're here live again after the screening of Surviving R. Kelly 2, The Reckoning, and we're here with Ms. Deborah Richardson, who is the director of the Human Trafficking Institute. I want to talk to you about what your thoughts are of the piece and where do we go from here.
Thank you for that. I was so pleased that this last episode focused a lot on the journey of Tim and John Savage. It's really important for people to understand that these are real human beings, the heartbreak of a mother and a father who's going through this. And the audience here really connected with them in their struggle. And so what we wanted to invite a group of people here, some with influence, some who just were out there wanting to do something together, so we can pull together a call to action. And that call to action is to have conversations with young men as well as young men with men and young women with women on the harm that human trafficking and any sort of commercial sex exploitation has. For the men, it's about how they view women, how the music they hear, the artists that they follow are really giving the wrong message about how women are to be treated. And for the women, for them to understand that their self-worth is more than anyone promising you that they're going to help you with your career, they're going to give you nice things, that God made you for a purpose, and for you to stay true to that and not let anyone keep you from being focused on what's best for you. So we think it's time for us to pull together and really do a strong push for young women and young men to know how to avoid this and for us to support them in terms of living up to their full potential.
Yeah. And during the course of the panel that was after the viewing, you made some comments about your experience. You've been in this work for 20 years
Yes.
on the front lines, and I wanted you to kind of elaborate on that for the audience about your experience and where you see this going with regard to now the spotlight that's been placed on this because of the Robert Sylvester Kelly case.
Yes. When I first started working with human trafficking, it was because I saw a 10-year-old little girl being charged with child prostitution. And until the year 2015, children of any age were charged with prostitution. Now, obviously, that's wrong. A young child cannot make a decision to sell herself for for sex. And so we got the law changed, but what we realized is we were not changing the attitudes of the people. That people really, when they saw a situation happen, oh, she's just fast, oh, she really wanted to do this, and not realizing that she was under the control of an exploiter. Same thing with men. We've come to young men not glorify the pimp in all these songs about, hey, get you some, or whatever the language is. And so now if we're going to end this, we have to back up and go to this next generation. Those of us who've been on the front line all these years, we cannot continue to deal with symptoms. We got to go to the root cause. And it's time for us, particularly Black men and women, for us to claim our communities and get our communities back. I was so pleased that Pastor Bryant was here and that he has committed to be engaged in this fight. And I think that he would be a great leader that would then work with other members of the church to come and see this as both a legal barrier, a human right issue, but also one of evil versus good.
And I think that it's peculiar that this is situated in Atlanta. Can you talk about the reason why it's apropos for this conversation to be happening in Atlanta, Georgia?
Sure. The Urban Institute did a study of underground commercial sex activities, and out of 14 major cities, Atlanta was the #1 city, and New York City was in that 14. So we have $290 million a year transactions around illegal sex. Some of it is strip clubs, some of it is someone buying someone for sex, or it's going to a massage parlor. And so because we have this huge undergird of this illegal activity going on, that people outside of Atlanta know that if you want to do something, you can get away with it if you come to Atlanta. And we should not want that to be part of the reputation that Atlanta has. And this is the other reason why it's so important. And this is how everyone, whether this impacts you or not, if you live in the metropolitan Atlanta area, you have a responsibility to join this movement.
So stay tuned. You'll be getting more information about how you can join the movement and be with us at the conference that will be held. We have a tentative agreement with Pastor Jamal Bryant to have the conference at New Birth. So we'll give you more information as that comes. But thank you again for watching this, and we will keep you updated on the next activities around this issue. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.